And Emma, actually, there's a few questions from the audience for you. They're really kind of relating to the access or to the GoHere program. And so one of the questions actually was asking about your first encounter when approaching a business to be part of GoHere program. What would you say are the key components in mind when you're talking about the program? And a similar question asked, like, how can you get people involved and other businesses to be part of it?
Yeah, so the way I went about this was I took a little bit of time to kind of do a little write-up. So the write-up involved what GoHere was, what the businesses kind of, what they would have to do with the initiative. So just that there would be a sticker, that their location would be added to the app, and that essentially meant their washroom was open and available. And then I added a little blurb at the end of why this was really important to me, and I added in that I had Crohn's and that having access to washrooms was really important. So this was just about 2 paragraphs, and I actually just looked up a lot of the businesses in my area's email addresses, and I went to their Facebook pages, and I literally sent out like 50 different messages, and then that way they could respond on their own time. And I kind of felt like if I went in, sometimes I'm a little bit awkward, so I thought that that was a better way for me to go about it, and then they could get back to me on their own time, and that was really what worked best for me. Yeah. I think a question I just have is what you think the best way moving forward is to approach businesses to get on with the GoHere initiative. So things look a little bit different now, and how could we reassure them that it is safe for them to be involved?
Yeah, and I think it'd be great to get both Leslie and Lisa's perspective on that really important question.
I was going to suggest Leslie go first.
Okay, I'll go. I think to get people on board, I think it's really a matter of, I've never thought of this, Emma. I've never actually thought of this, but I think that I think you really need to somehow appeal to what I talked about before, which is that fundamental understanding that everybody has about need. At some point or another, everybody has experienced that. I was thinking, there's a section in my book about Lunenburg, Nova Scotia, which for anyone on the webinar is not familiar, small town, beautiful harbor town on the south shore of Nova Scotia. And they actually constructed what looks like a period house at the end of their downtown, which is a public bathroom. And they then, a couple years after that, they constructed another public bathroom, which is sort of a storage container. Their city hall, while it is not accessible, so there are some issues there, it is a GoHere spot. So I will frequently go to Lunenburg. I am not a high needs bathroom user, but I always feel really confident there. I know exactly where I can go, where I can find a bathroom. It's great. But I interviewed the mayor of Lunenburg when I was writing the book, and she was so extraordinary because she said, we had built this bathroom. We think it's really important. We have a lot of tourists. And then she said, we're really hoping to get this other bathroom. This is before the second one had been built. And I thought to myself at the time, it's like maybe a kilometer away. It's so extraordinary that you hear any municipality saying that. And she said, well, when you have kids, you don't have a lot of time. And I just thought, okay, she gets it, because that's her entry into this issue of equity. So I think if you can find that, although that's challenging, I think for business owners to sort of hone in on that, I think if you can attack that, that's a really good way in to help people understand that need for others. Also, it's not, I think, I said earlier, bathrooms are complex, and the bathrooms are complex. The design of bathrooms is complex. The funding can be quite costly depending upon the bathroom, and it's a lot for municipalities to think about. But when they're constructing a bathroom, but for a publicly accessible bathroom, it's not that big a deal to let anybody use it. I would argue it's not that onerous on the business. Yes, it costs money, but that's a decision businesses would make. But it's not a huge commitment.
And Emma, maybe we could offer Leslie's book to businesses that are contemplating GoHere access. I think it would